Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the Sihuadon R-108. This is an AM, FM stereo, airband, long-wave, shortwave portable radio, USB-C revision. You can find this retailing on Amazon for $59.90. Sometimes you get coupons bringing the price down to $52. If you wait, you can get a deal on this radio for around $45 on a lightning deal possibly. So it is a really cool upgrade. Now we have Type-C, which is amazing, and also an extra little feature that you're going to want to know about. I'll talk about it in this video. So Sihuadon R-108. Cool, same box I think, because it's got that white furniture I remember from the original radios. Yep. I love my R-108s. I use them in the summertime. I walk around with them. Love them. Here's the back. Frequency ranges. Boom. Took everything out of the box. Let's see what we get. So we get the star of the show, the new Sihuadon with the Type-C charging. Nice. Everything else is the same physically as the other ones, which I'll show you in a moment. Yeah, it adds one extra surprise, which we're going to talk about. Really impressed that they did that. So you'll see that in a second or hear about it. So let's go ahead and show you what else we get. We get the USB to Type-C charging cable because they give us a BL5C battery included. So no batteries required. We also get an aerial. Yeah, they give us a wire. You plug this into your external antenna jack. Extend this out as far as you can, upward as far as you can, and you will get an improvement on shortwave, FM, and airband. Nice. They didn't have to include that, but they did. Last but not least, we get a manual. Yes, R-108. Now, I'm not going to flip through this whole thing on this video because I have in the past in the other videos. So if you search Todderbert R-108, you'll see that. But I'm also planning a new series of videos where I just film the manual, and that's it. I think it's a cool thing to do. What do you guys think? Let me know. So specifications, you can see the frequency ranges for FM, 64 to 108, 76 to 108, 87.5 to 108, nice. 9K, 10K stepping. Here's your full long wave, short wave, airband. There you go. And just going over that, nice, you got 500 presets, which I'll probably talk about again. And then in the back here, there you go. And then their contact information if you need it. All right, done with the manual that quick. So get these cables out of the way. All right, yeah. So let's go over this radio. We're going to have a lot of fun, do a lot of tuning with it tonight. I'm going to zoom this on down a little bit. So yeah, I mean, if you've watched any of my other videos, if you haven't, here we go. Dimensions. We have 5 1/8 of an inch in length. That includes the end of the tuning knob here. We have 3 inches in height, and we have a depth thickness of 1 1/8 of an inch. So not bad. So let's go ahead and bring this back up for size comparison. Now, for revision comparison, I have the Sihuadon R-108. Whoa, can't tell the difference, right? So they look identical until you turn them this way. You can see the first one has a micro USB on the left, and now we have the new Type-C. So pretty much it's the same radio. It's identical. Everything is the same. It's just we got a new charging jack that you can tell. But there's a major difference, and you're going to like to hear about it. So well, one is we have amber now, of course, versus the white. This is better. It's not as washed out. Let's see, other size comparators. I always have CC Pocket in the house. Current time is 11:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA for sake of some band scans, which we're going to do after I cover the features of this radio. So I'll cover them anyway, even though I have in the past. Next, we have the main competitor to this radio is the CC Skywave. And everybody knew that when this radio came out. They're like, ooh, what's going to happen to the Skywave? Skywave is still a good radio because there's a couple things going good for it. One is weather alert, of course. It doesn't have long wave, but in America here, we don't have much in long wave. 2, it runs on AA batteries. So you get about 70 hours of runtime versus 10 or 12 hours max of runtime on a little rechargeable. Though the speaker sounds better on R-108, the speaker does not sound good here. But when you're running headphones, spoiler alert, they both sound fantastic. Yes, and we'll talk about that. So it's starting to narrow down to which one do you recommend to somebody. It's coming down to, do you want weather or not? Do you want AA operation or not? So it comes down to, and speaker audio. I can use headphones or not. And now with headphones, they are both pretty comparable. So yeah, I like that. But yeah, main competitors, boom, give you an idea. They use the same exact antenna. Look at that. It's the exact same thing. So, all right, let's go ahead and do a deck of cards. If you don't have those radios, Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves Type C radios from China land. I have fun, as you can see. Deck of cards, awesome. So yeah, easily pocketable. Take it anywhere. All right, so let's go ahead, set that down, and zoom this down to go over features of the new R-108 USB-C revision. So yeah, we still got our strap on the left-hand side there. There's the antenna input for that wire that you got included, or you can use a Kato T1 or a Sanjin ANT60. I'll have linked in the video description to buy those, because everybody asks about those wires. Headphone experience. Okay, this is where the radio upped its game. Yes, they fixed a lot of things with this. Awesome. I'm so excited about this headphone reception or headphone experience. So low has some low level hiss. So you're gonna have a little hissing when it's low level. But the big one is no more popping when you're changing bands or browsing. No more clicking, popping on the headphones. If you've been upset with that in the past, it is now removed from this radio. Fantastic. They've just made it awesome. I love it. So when you're listening to the radio, FM, expect moderate lows, strong mids, strong highs. Stereo sounds great. AM, shortwave, and airband, it's a neutral tone, good for news, sports, talk radio. So it's good for everything. Loving the experience in the headphones. Like I said, now it's getting equal to the CC Skywave 2. Absolutely amazing upgrade on this radio. And they kept the price pretty affordable. So kudos to Sihuadon. So Sihuadon placard. We got our 1 3/4 inch speaker there. It's one of those heavy driven ones that sounds good. A lot of bass. 500 memory presets. We got our LCD, battery status, timer, shows what alarm set. When you hit alarm, we'll have a little symbol there, alarm there. Oh yeah, see the bell. Yeah, so you got the wake to radio, wake to alarm, and off. Alarm time, you can toggle that, which I'll show you. Temperature, alarm time, and then when the radio's on, it'll show local time and signal strength, signal noise ratio. Power button sleep function. There's that display key I was showing you, changing that top right thing, and also hold down, lock the radio out. Over here, we got our numeric keypad, 1 through 0, so you can direct enter frequency. You have to hit frequency and then direct enter the numbers, and it goes to the station. But you have to hit frequency first, which I don't know why they did it that way, but they did. And if you look, there's secondary functions on the buttons. 4, you can change the stepping from 9 kHz to 10 kHz. And also, when the radio's on, it changes from music to voice mode. 5, long wave on and off. 6, while the radio's off, changes the band setting from 64 to 108 to 87.5 to 108, or whichever one you need. Down here on 0, you have a beep function. You can turn the beep off. I don't like the radio beeping at me, so I turn it off. You can press and hold and turn it back on while the radio's off. Also, when the radio's on, use 0 to cycle the different meter bands on shortwave. We have a band button, of course, to cycle the different bands, and ATS, the auto tuning system, or auto tuning storage, they call it. 100 presets per band. That's fantastic. I know some give you 100 on a few, and they give you a couple hundred on shortwave. That'd have been, I guess, okay, but I don't think I need 200 shortwave stations because I don't really pick up a whole bunch. So yeah, 500 total, 100 per band, not bad. You got a VMVF button, so view memory, view frequency. So you get to your presets that way. Hit, and then it'll flash up here, presets, and then you can scroll through your presets or browse them. Hit that again, go back to frequency mode. You got a memory button for manually entering frequency presets, presets, and then deleting presets. AM bandwidth control, change from 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1 kilohertz for AM long wave, air, and shortwave. So all 4 of those, and toggling FM stereo on and off. And over here we have the alarm set button, time set button, and we have our up and down incremental tuning and seek tuning on these 2 buttons. Right hand side we got the Type C input, 5 volts, 1 amp in. Volume control, we have our tuning, which is notched, of course, like the other radios. Fast, slow, stop by pushing it in. And then we have squelch on the airband. Press and hold, adjust the threshold, done. Top of the radio, we have our antenna, 19-inch. Comes up, swivels, beautiful thing. Fits nice there. On the back, we have our frequency coverage, kick out stand, tightly fitting, which is good. So you can prop your radio up nicely like that on the bench. And then behind here, we have our BL5C battery, which I'll show you. They're using a basic one. They do have other ones marked XHDATA. That's who makes this radio. Okay. So we'll close that back down, snap that back into place. And the bottom is the reset hole. And you got little rubber feet to keep it stable when you're staying the radio up. Nice. So let's go ahead and talk about FM reception report, because I did go over this one to see if it changed. I think it's better than the other radios in FM. So FM reception report, I base it on 5-tier. Fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. I test it during the day. I check for tropospheric ducting or any type of e-skipping going on. It might skew the results, and it didn't. I found a total of 82 stations with this radio. It's an absolute beast. It gets a very good 4-star rating. And of course, that's manually searching stations. And sensitivity, I gave it very good as well. So 4-star overall, amazing FM receiver. If you're doing any kind of seek tuning, like on shortwave FM, it's not that great at picking up the stations. So it's better to manually tune and manually enter your presets on those bands, because seek tuning just doesn't work well. I found with shortwave, you have to have a long wire attached, and then it must break a certain threshold. I think the threshold is set a little too low or a little too high for the signal to come through, for it to detect and save. So you have to use a wire on shortwave. But it's getting off on that. But yeah, definitely on FM, manually do your searching and saving your presets, and you'll find a ton, like I did. Absolutely amazed by the FM reception. So let's turn it on to an audio demo. So you can see frequency 97.7. We're in stereo. Local time on top. We can toggle this. Alarm time. Temperature. Signal strength. Signal noise ratio. Now this is being broadcast by Radio Todderbert, by this FM transmitter. Same frequency. Hooked up to a Sony MP3 player. There we go. We'll demo this for a few minutes. Voice mode. Music. Music brightens it up. There you go, nice and quiet there. Cool audio demo. Nice. Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn that off. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna hook up an antenna. We're gonna hear what we can pick up on shortwave. So I'm gonna bring this up a little bit. It's downstairs. I don't have a fancy wire. I got a simple wire, so we're just gonna clip it right to the antenna mast. You can do this in a pinch if you don't have the other little wire hooked up. So we're gonna use this one. It's about the same length as the one included. So we'll go ahead and whoops, that back up, and we'll go to shortwave, and here we can pick up there, and then we'll go to FM. We'll go through the bands, have some fun, so we can pick up with this new R-108. Loving it. So yeah, FM was amazing. Let's go to shortwave. Shortwave is above average when you manually do it. When you do the searching, it doesn't pick up stations as well. So let's go ahead and change the band. Okay, I'm going to go to save frequencies, presets. Let's go to the bottom. So this is CHU. Canadian time signal. Now we can enter frequency. Let's go 2.5, see if we can't pick up that. Oh, I did something wrong there. Frequency again.
National Institute of Standards and Technology Time. This is radio station broadcasting on international.
What off every day for you. And I'm not whining and crying about it. It's what I'm called to do.
80524. 701-5053. 843-701-5053.
We have a lot of people here who have been hilarious givers. Whenever we've said, we need you to stretch, help, and do what you can, you've done it, you've stepped up to the plate. But we have a whole bunch of people who have not been taught, who are still living in the world view that when you mention this collection, they run and scurry away, disappear as quick as...
¿Qué tal? Bienvenidos a las noticias como son. Te saluda José Luis Ramos. Saludo como siempre a todos los que siguen el programa a través... El gobierno cubano pospuso el aumento de más de 500% del precio del combustible sin dar una nueva fecha de entrada en vigor de la medida. Tendremos también un comentario de la...
Just trying to showcase the 1 kHz tuning and then using the bandwidth filter. Just going to voice. Voice typically sounds best on shortwave. Go back to our memory.
Y tenemos ahora mismo días primaverales.
Qué bueno, disfrútelo con su familia, ¿verdad?
Sí, muy rico, muy rico. La gente se queja porque, bueno, puede ser un peligro para la agricultura, pero nosotros lo disfrutamos.
A usted disfruta.
Frequency mode. We'll go to 10 megahertz. Oops, I keep forgetting. the idea. It's picking up no problem. I love it. All right. So usually our typical stations from Chicago, here USA. So yeah, you saw the time. Current time is 12:02. That's AM Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois again. Saying it again 3-4 times, but you guys know by now. So let's go ahead and put that back to signal strength. And let's unhook that. I don't know why I did that. Let's do FM. Let's rock out some music. I want to hear some music on this thing. Yeah. R-108s are awesome for that. You guys know that. Let's go to FM. Hit our band. Airband, we're not going to find much. I'll show you that in a second. Oops. Where we want to be. Let's go to our presets.
Sin against thee.
Okay.
Give me grace, O Holy Spirit, the Spirit of the Father and the Son.
Everything else can wait.
There we go.
Spirit
rescue some of the injured from elevated platforms. Authorities say the hangar was privately owned.
Well, I've been turned round, but I've never been
understanding in all visions and dreams. Now at the end of the days when the king had said that they should be brought...
First people demonstrating outside Congress about the radical economic reforms being considered inside the chamber. Opposition politics...
in your eyes that I love to read. Or do you make a die? You ever had to wake up? Tell me who and is it over now? Look me in the eye. Our eyes above the waves. Get lucky, we're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
Bardzo podoba, ale mogę zrozumieć, że też jeśli ktoś liczył.
The speed of lightning, the swiftness.
Of course, there's way more stations. I think that was auto scanned, so you could type in, let's say 98.7. It should be my classical music station.
Sonata Kirkpatrick 119 in D by Domenico Scarlatti, as recorded by harpsichordist Igor Kipnis. It could very well be that you have not heard this composer's name. He was probably best known as a teacher. And in fact, we're going to hear music by some of his famous pupils.
Save me from snares of devils, from temptation of vices, from everyone who shall wish me ill afar.
Get on the boy, seem to harmless. There's nothing holding me back. We're up all night to the sun. When you need saving, I'll be.
Of course, you can seek. So there you go. Cool. It's just an idea on FM. So airband, I guess I'll leave that on. We'll go to airband to see if there's anything there. I don't think there's going to be much. So airband's kind of cool. You can actually go to the memory mode. This works really well. Put all your presets in. You get to 100 of them. Turn this up. And then you can just scroll through them until you hear a transmission. I should delete that one with the noise on it. But we're not going to find much at night around my area. Usually it gets pretty dead. Be surprised if we pick something up. Usually right around here if I would. But this is how this works. And you can scan pretty quickly by using the preset mode and the tuning knob. So it could be your own little handheld scanner. It's nice how they have that. Okay, cool. So we're done there. I'm going to have a couple dedicated videos, of course, going through the bands. Let's go to AM band. That's where this thing shines. In daytime, it's amazing. On AM, expect awesomeness. That's all I can say. It's amazing.
Press. I don't know who he is. Well, that is Mr. Riley buys vegetables from him. His eyes.
Put a voice.
They're so... Uh-oh. What do you mean by that? You aren't falling for that.
Classic music.
Oh, don't be silly. I fall
Or
for a guy
classic
like
music.
that.
Classic radio show.
I recognize a little something in that tone. Okay.
Yeah, we're picking up quite a bit.
Don't look at me like that. I would not do something that does not belong to me.
WABC, New York, New York. 750 miles to the northeast. The cool thing is there's no birdie tones whatsoever on AM band. I love it. Daytime or evening.
Once again,
fantastic.
All of our listeners listening on WCCO in Minneapolis, it's a great radio station.
So there's Zoomer Radio, CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast. .720 WGN Chicago, playing some cool music.
Bail. Released without bail, I think is what you meant. Without bail, yes. Without
WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east.
That's the distinction. Yeah.
It was incredible. It was like you can't even believe it was happening. I think even Niners fans watching are like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Local sports station, WSCR, Chicago, home of the Cubs.
Lamar's game was they barely ran it. Lamar didn't run it enough. Lamar had opportunities to run, which he chose to try to pass instead. There were just different kind of game flows.
That's WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles to the south. I'm going to go up the band here, see if we can find some fun.
It can't be done.
WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 300 miles to the west.
Text me when you need pointers.
At the restaurant,
coast to coast.
Have peanut oil mixed in with the oil.
KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west. I can't hover on coast to coast, unfortunately. It's like music, copyrighted.
On entame aujourd'hui, on est le 1er février, donc c'est le début du mois de l'histoire.
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
D'honorer l'histoire, justement.
Just say you want to change your neighborhood, man. It'd be cool if you started a little program for young men to come over and learn how brakes work and learn how, what a transmission was. And
WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 800 miles south.
Change their own oil and things like that. That could be amazing.
Hey, there might be a mechanical trade school locally where they need someone.
Let's go up the band a bit.
Joins the show at 8:45 Eastern.
Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson is
local 1000 of MVP Chicago.
It didn't match up at this time.
Is that what's happening, or is it a scenario in which you saw you might not be getting the job?
Democrats and
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles east.
Spitting in flavors that you can imagine with red and black fruit. There's a little bit of brown fruit that's in there. There's some nice like toasty notes and amaro.
WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles northeast.
Massachusetts Winters.
You're making me feel warm all over it already. Thank you. Nick Dodona, sommelier, with another update here on Connoisseur's Corner, WBZ, Boston's News Radio. Sports now on WBZ News Radio.
Dolly Parton.
How about that?
Yeah.
I'm sure she's happy.
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah, incidentally, Dolly lived.
How about that? I'm sure she's happy about.
Okay, let's just go up to the top of the band here. You'll know I do the full band scans, so you'll get to see those. But it sings amazing all the way up to the top. CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Cool, so we're done. The R-108. Yes, I quickly go through some of the bands. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully I can do some more airband work. It's a little challenging. Got to do it during the day. And we'll pick up a ton of transmissions by using that spin the dial thing. That works out really well. It actually does. It's a good setup. So overall verdict on the R-108, this is definitely a great go-to first-timer radio. I mean, if you're going to get into shortwave listening, you want to get into the basics, and you want to spend a lot of money, this is the one to get. This is the $50 radio to buy, or under $50 if you get a deal, versus the Skywave or any kind of single sideband radio, say like the Texan PL330, which I think I have handy over here. Just digging around my bench. I always have my different radios. Here's for size comparison. Here's the Texan PL330. Now you'll be maybe looking at which one to buy. They're both great radios. The PL330 is a bigger radio, a little different way of tuning. Personally, I prefer using my R108 over the 330 since I don't do a lot of single sideband listening. But if you have to have single sideband, you might want to go with the Texan 330 route. But if you don't do single sideband, this is just fine. The Sihuadon R108 Type C, that's beautiful. Absolutely love it. Just a fantastic little radio, and the headphone experience is now improved. Just remember that you're going to love this thing. So there it is, the R108. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like, if you did, want to support the channel, you want to buy one, just use the links below. Be in the comments section there and the video description. It really helps the channel out every little bit, and then that gives me some funds to buy new radios to show you guys. Yeah, all kinds of them out there. There's just a ton of them, and show you the different ones. The R108 revisions, like there's that one, and then there's do I have an original? Yes, I have an original. Yes, there you go, the radio R108. That's where it started. So yeah, so they've come a long ways, which is great. I'm glad to see them change. So definitely subscribe at the bell icon, get notified of future reviews, videos, band scans, the new manual thing, and maybe you'll like that, where I'll have a dedicated playlist to all the different manuals for these radios, and it's all sectioned really nicely, so it's in video format, which makes it real easy for you guys to look up something if you have to. I think it's the way to do it. I think that's a smart idea. My wife gave me that idea. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the new R108. Is it for you? Do you have a bunch like me? Yeah, this is the 3. I think I got 4. I got another one hiding out here. So yeah, I'm a fanboy. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.